Toastmaster Advanced Club. I am your Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Esha, for today's meeting. As a Sergeant at Arms, it's my duty to highlight some key points for the meeting. The meeting is scheduled for a duration of 2 hours. I urge all of you to stay for the entire duration to get maximum benefit out of it. Your video should be on and the audio should be off. Unmute yourself when you are called to speak or need to speak. Regarding the topics of sex, religion, and politics, even though Toastmasters International does not put any restrictions on speaking on these topics, we at the Gabbys Toastmasters request all the speakers and role takers to be mindful and responsible and abstain from expressing any controversial views on these topics. Our club mission is to provide a supportive and positive learning environment experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self confidence and personal growth. Now, I would like to introduce our presiding officer for today, Toastmaster Samita, a three-time Triple Crown Award winner. Toastmaster Samita has completed 3 pathways and regularly represents her club at area level contests. She is a dynamic soft skills trainer with a dream to empower women leaders. She boosts confidence and communication and careers. An avid storyteller and a passionate traveler, her suitcase is full of stories from bathing elephants in Sri Lanka to exploring the ruins of Nalanda. I now hand over the virtual stage to Toastmaster Samita.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Esha. Let us hear it for our Sergeant at Arms for an energetic start, and the meeting has started right on time. With this, I declare Gabby's Online Advanced Toastmasters Club meeting number 30 open. I welcome all the members of the club, all the visiting Toastmasters, and guests. A warm welcome to today's meeting. Please be on camera. It's an online meeting, so we would love to see you on camera. Rename yourself if you are a guest or a visiting Toastmaster. In this meeting, we have something very special today. Do I see any guest? No, I do not see any guest. Okay, so please put in your introduction. From where are you? How did you come to know about our club in the chat? Why is it special to? Sometimes we feel that when you take up a role or we do something, it continues. Every good thing comes to an end. And when it comes to an end, it signals the start of something beautiful new. It's not ending, it is evolving. And the same thing is happening today. The old officers, for the past 6 months from July to December, they have been working very hard for all the meetings. When they say goodbye, we inherit that legacy of what they have done for so many months. And we will love to take it to the next step. And for that, we have someone with us who is a dynamic person, who is a director and partner at Practive Consultancy. And she has 10 years of entrepreneurial experiences, a very strong woman that I personally know. She is the chartered president of Gabbys and currently serving as VP Education of the Gabbys. She is our installation officer for today, distinguished Toastmaster Nancy Goel. Over to you, distinguished Toastmaster Nancy Goel.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Samita, our presiding officer for the day today. Before I begin, I have a question for all of you. I'll take the doorbell, but I have a question for all of you. Why do we have this installation ceremony? Think about it.
So that everyone learns who are the officers.
Okay, very good. So everybody learns that who are the officers. What else? Why else?
The officers themselves, they take up this role in an official installation ceremony to continue it for the next 6 months.
They take an oath, a pledge to continue for next 6 months in the given role. What else?
Once you take a pledge, I mean, the commitment is like another level. You take, like in a forum, if you take a pledge, I think you commit more strongly to the role.
Okay,
So
that's
it's
coming
good.
from one more officer. Yes, you commit strongly because you are taking an oath in front of the members. Any of the members, why are you here?
It's also how we pass on the responsibility from the past EC to the incoming EC.
As a member.
No, not as a member.
Again, coming
For
from an
installation.
officer. Members, why are you here? I see many a times very few members join this installation ceremony. When members join this installation ceremony and listen to what is being said in the ceremony, they would realize we generally talk about the role. What is the role of the person? If you are a sergeant at arms, these are the duties. If you are VP education, these are the duties. So instead of as a member, you reaching out to multiple people asking, oh, I need the roster. Oh, I need the agenda. Who do I reach out to? This is your way to know your officers and their duties better today. So I want you all to pay attention. I want you all to acknowledge what our officers are doing, have been doing, are doing, and will continue to do. The role remains the same while the people change. So pay attention today. As the installation officer today, I will be installing these members as executive committee members. But before we go ahead with that, I request the outgoing officers to be on video. May I request the Zoom moderator to please spotlight the outgoing officers as I read out their names. President Samita Kar, Secretary AVLS Prapurna, Treasurer Swati Gupta, VP Membership Gauri Agarwal, VP Education Renu Kaushal, I request everybody to be on camera so that we can spotlight you. Zoom moderator, please spotlight Samita Kar, Prapurna, Swati Gupta, Gauri Agarwal, Renu Kaushal, Ashwini N, VP Public Relation, Sergeant at Arms Priya Singh. Okay. I believe rest of you are not on camera. We'll proceed. Well, all of you have been doing a remarkable job. In the past 6 months, as the outgoing officers of the Gabbys Online Advanced Toastmasters Club, I must say all of you have achieved a lot of awards. And those awards have been announced previously. Those awards don't come just like that. It's the work behind those awards. And thank you to each one of you for ensuring that we reach at this particular stage. Now, all of you are relieved from further duties and responsibilities as officers of the Gabbys Online Advanced Toastmasters Club. May we have a huge round of applause for these outgoing officers here. We will now proceed with the elected officers. I request that the elected officers please come on video as I call their names. Samita Kar as the President, Renu Kaushal as VP Education, Gauri Agarwal as VP Membership, AVLS Prapurna as VP Public Relation, Malti Punaya as Secretary, Swati Gupta as Treasurer, Dr. Esha Roy as Sergeant at Arms. Can we have all of them on spotlight? Okay, we'll spotlight them one by one. I request the audience to please withhold applause till the installation ceremony is concluded. I'm here to install the officers of the Gabbys Online Advanced Toastmasters Club and to prepare them for the challenges that lie ahead. Their collective challenge is to make this club strong and dedicated to helping people from all walks of life speak effectively, listen with sensitivity, and passionately lead to help many individuals. Each officer is obligated to attend club executive committee meetings, attend district sponsored club officer training, that's called TLI, prepare a successor for his or her respective office. I request each officer to hold gavel as a symbol of leadership. If you don't have a gavel, please hold a pen in your right hand as a symbol of leadership as I briefly describe the challenges that he or she must meet and the responsibilities that he or she must fulfill. We'll start with Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Esha Roy.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, may I request the Zoom moderator to remove everybody else from the spotlight? We'll have only Esha. Yes, thank you so much. Toastmaster Esha Roy, as Sergeant at Arms, your responsibilities include arranging the meeting space and equipment, maintain club equipment in working order, ensure that adequate club supplies are available, set up the virtual room before the meeting begins if required, take care of waiting room and allow only authorized attendees, lock the meeting room if need be once meeting commences, ensure to take care of online meeting controls and meeting recording, make sure that all relevant educational and PR materials are displayed, attend to special equipment needs, greet guests, help the president make sure the meeting begins on time. Will you perform these duties to the best of your ability?
I will perform these duties to the best of my abilities.
Congratulations, Toastmaster Isha.
Thank
Next,
you.
can we have our treasurer, CA Swati Gupta? Toastmaster Swati Gupta, you are expected to keep financial records and prepare the club budget, announce when it's time for members to pay dues, explain the due structure to members, collect dues, work with the secretary to ensure that the club submits dues on time to Toastmasters International World Headquarters. Will you perform these duties to the best of your abilities?
I will perform all the duties with the best of my ability.
Thank you, CA Swati Gupta. Congratulations on this role. Next, can we have the secretary, please? Toastmaster Malti Ponaya. Do we have her in the room?
No, she is
No.
not.
Can I have a proxy on behalf of Toastmaster Malti?
Can I be the
Yes, please. Okay, I'll spotlight you. Okay, we are good. Toastmaster Samita Kar on behalf of Toastmaster Malti Ponaya as secretary. You maintain an accurate membership roster. Work with the treasurer to ensure that new member applications and dues get to Toastmasters International World Headquarters as soon as possible. Submit the new club officer list to Toastmasters International on time. Work with the treasurer to submit your club's semi-annual report and dues to Toastmasters International on time. Take care of noting down attendance for meetings. Provide the club with minutes of each meeting. Will you perform these duties to the best of your abilities?
I will.
Thank you, Toastmaster Samita. I congratulate Toastmaster Malti Ponaya as Secretary of the Gabbys Toastmasters Club. Next, can we have the VP Public Relations, Toastmaster AVLS Prapurna. Toastmaster Prapurna as VP PR, You are expected to attract visitors to the club through free publicity. Use a variety of means to promote the club and its members in as many media as possible, such as digital, print, TV, internet, or newspaper. And enlist your fellow club members in PR activities, providing them with promotional materials and ideas for inviting guests. Regularly recognize member achievements with methods such as announcements, newsletters, emails, and articles that you submit for the district bulletin. Toastmaster Prapurna, will you perform these duties to the best of your abilities?
Yes, distinguished Toastmaster Nancy, I'll perform my duties to my fullest.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Prapurna. Congratulations to you as well.
Thank
Next,
you.
can we have Gauri Agarwal, VP membership? Toastmaster Gauri Agarwal, as VP membership, you are expected to lead the club's membership building efforts, help members with any requirement during their journey, listen to their grievances, and provide emotional support if need be. While the VPPR motivates people to visit your club, you motivate the current members to invite guests, promptly give new member applications and dues to the secretary and treasurer, personally greet guests and provide them with guest packets, including a membership application. Make sure each guest hears about the benefits of Toastmasters and gets a personal invitation to become a member. Toastmaster Gauri Agarwal, will you perform these duties to the best of your abilities?
Yes, I will.
Congratulations. Next, can we have Toastmaster Renu Kaushal? Toastmaster Renu Kaushal, as Vice President Education, you are expected to gain commitments from members to set educational goals for themselves. Assure that club members are aware of the schedule of meeting roles. Plan meetings that will assist members in meeting their individual goals. Work with club members to keep meetings fun and well run. Work with your members to ensure that they submit their applications for educational awards promptly. Provide for educational topics at club meetings. Represent your club at area and district council meetings. As the second highest ranking officer, preside over the meeting when the club president is absent. Toastmaster Renu Kaushal, will you perform these duties to the best of your abilities?
Yes, I would.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Renu. Congratulations. Next, can we have Toastmaster Samita Kar? Toastmaster Samita Kar, as the president of the Gabbys Online Advanced Toastmasters Club, you are the chief executive officer. Hence, you preside at all the club meetings and all meetings of the club executive committee. It is your challenge to see that this club adds new members and meets the needs of its current members to achieve their communication and leadership goals. Establish a club climate that is supportive, stimulating, and rewarding to its members. Realize that um, among the resources available to your commitment is towards fellow club members, officer team, area director, division director, District 92 officers, and officers of Toastmasters International Headquarters. Toastmaster Samita Kar, you hold the gavel as a symbol of power and authority that your club has entrusted to you during your term of office. I'm confident that you will use this power wisely and with restraint. You are a member of your team as well as a leader. A team is more than just a group of people. It is an emotional force rooted in the feelings, thoughts, and actions of all members, united by the common goal of achievement, sharing, and mutual support. Work with your team members to create a healthy, dynamic club, a club that everyone will be proud of. Toastmaster Samita Kar, as a member of the Gabbys Online Advanced Toastmasters Club, as well as its leader, will you work with your executive team and the club members to make this a vibrant and a rewarding club this term and help every individual with honesty, loyalty, and empathy.
Yes, I will.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Samita Kar. May I now request all the members to pay attention and be there? Dear members of the Gabbys Online Advanced Toastmasters Club, please turn on your video and stand where you are connected. Your officer team has just committed to serve this club to the best of its ability. To make the Gabbys Online Advanced Toastmasters Club the best possible and to meet the needs of all the members. Active participation from each one of you is essential. Do you, as members, pledge to work together with your officer team to make this the finest Toastmasters club it can be?
Yes, we do.
Yes, yes, we will.
Please take your respective seats. By the authority vested in me as the installation officer of the Gabbys Online Toastmasters Club, Online Advanced Toastmasters Club, it is my sincere pleasure to declare these Toastmasters officers installed in their respective club offices. Please join me in welcoming the Gabbys Online Advanced Toastmasters Club executive team for the term June 2026 to Jan 2026 to June 2026. Can we have a huge round of applause for this executive team? I would now request Toastmaster Samita Kar to share her president's speech.
Ma'am, you're on mute.
Thank you so much, distinguished Toastmaster Nancy Goel. It's truly an honor and privilege to be here and become the president of Gabbys Online Advanced Toastmasters Club. I begin with a heartfelt thank you. Thank you for the trust, the encouragement, and the support that you have extended to me for the last 6 months. And I want you to extend that support for the coming 6 months also. Last year was the year of learning, growth, and collaboration. We had powerful educational sessions, meaningful meetings, and members who showed up. It was not just for the roles, but also for each other. This strong foundation is something which I deeply value. And I want you to know that we are not starting from zero, we are building from strength. Because this club has already had a very good foundation. So when I am stepping into my new term, my commitment is simple yet ambitious to pick up from where we have left off and take this club to even greater heights. As we had educational speakers, we would bring educational speakers back. We will try different things which we want to implement. We will be refining, testing, and improving, like how we were doing the 3-speaker table topic sessions. And why do we experiment? Because growth only happens when we are willing to try, reflect, and evolve together. This club is special, more so because it is a place where self-learning takes place. And all the Toastmasters, whether old or new, we come together, we guide together as mentors and just supporters to make sure that whoever has joined, they can fulfill their goal. It may be leadership, it may be communication, it may be just confidence. But each one is there with the other to help them reach their peak performance. As a leader today of the group, I assure you, we will work very hard to uphold the standard, the value, and the spirit of Toastmaster. I also promise to listen, to collaborate, and to lead with clarity and commitment. Together, with the support of the club, the members, I'm sure your belief in me, your trust in me, and I'm confident that that trust I will maintain. Thank you, and over to you. So, installation officer, should we go on with? Do you have some parting words?
We can proceed with the meeting now.
Thank you.
Thank
So, for the interest of the guests and those who are not Toastmasters, a very quick information about Toastmasters. This is a 100-year-old non-profit organization which was started by Dr. Ralph S. Pedley, and it has helped millions of people around the world, and still today it is helping people to become more confident communicators, public speakers, and leaders. This program is learn by doing program. It's a self-paced program, and you can achieve your personal goals, your professional goals as you are in the club. You may deliver speeches or you may take up roles, and you will be improving simply by attending the club meetings. Today, we have someone to take the meeting forward. Now, this person, I can say she's a structural engineer, a structural design engineer, originally from Visakhapatnam, currently living in Gurgaon. She enjoys learning new things and connecting with people. About her, I will say great speakers don't speak more, they speak with intention. They choose words that inform, influence, and inspire. Give it up for our Toastmaster of the day, Prapurna. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day, Prapurna.
Thank you, Toastmaster Samita. Hello, everyone. For today, we have a meeting theme, Rhetoric Reloaded. So I am the moderator for today's meeting and the TMOD for today's meeting. So I would like to ask, what does that mean for you, the rhetoric reloaded? Anyone?
You ask a lot of rhetoric questions.
Okay. And anything else?
Maybe something
Okay.
like point two, like rhetoric, and then point two, like the second type version, AI version or something, reloaded. I don't know. I'm just guessing something very random.
Okay. Today's theme is about emphasizing the use of rhetorical devices in our speeches. As a Toastmaster, we are here to make our speeches, our communication impactful. So, rhetorical devices are very useful for that. And anyone name few of the rhetorical devices we use in our meetings or in any communication? Okay. We have many rhetorical devices like anaphora, metaphor, antithesis, and some rhetorical questions. But why are we using them? So long before these microphones, slides, social media had been invented, we have people like leaders to unite the tribes, teachers who had to pass on the wisdom to their next generation, and warriors to inspire the courage in the fellow countrymen. But for that, plain facts were not enough. So they need something important. So, to be a good speaker, they learn something essential. To be remembered, words have to be repeated. To be understood, ideas have to be compared. And to persuade, emotions have to be stirred. So, that is how rhetorical devices were born. Ancient Greeks gave this art a name, that is rhetoric, and thinkers like Aristotle studied why certain phrases and certain paragraphs moved people while others faded away. So currently, as we are using this anaphora, metaphor, antithesis. They didn't come as a decoration; they emerged as a tools of clarity, emphasis, and impact. And today we are not just learning rhetoric, we are going to play with it. I am having some quiz around the rhetorical devices we use. Before that, let me quickly introduce the meeting theme, how the meeting flow goes for the benefit of guests. So, in our GOAT Toastmasters meeting, we follow a structured format. Our meeting is divided in three key sections. First one is prepared speeches section, where members deliver speeches according to the pathways chosen. And second one is round robin table topics, where members as well as guests get a chance to speak, to voice out their opinion, a moment to think on their feet instantly, impromptu session. And then it will be followed by evaluation section, where we receive a constructive feedback, CRC approach, we say commendation, recommendation, and commendation. Feedback that help the speakers grow as communicators. And before we begin the meeting, let me quickly introduce our general evaluator for today's meeting, and he'll be introducing his TEL team. What is the role of the general evaluator is the entire meeting will be monitored by him or her from the starting to end, and who will present their comprehensive review of the proceedings in the later part of the meeting when called upon. So for today's meeting, our general evaluator is none other than distinguished Toastmaster Sourav Dutta. So let me read out his introduction. Distinguished Toastmaster Saurabh Dutta is a two-time Distinguished Toastmaster who has completed all the 11 Toastmaster pathways. With 20 years of leadership experience at HP, Target, and JC Penney, he is a seasoned expert in analytics, strategy, and marketing. Now a social entrepreneur, he co-founded Practive in 2020 to support students, MSMEs, non-profits, and women entrepreneurs. A proud father and a lifelong learner, Saurav is passionate about empowering others through learning and leadership. So let me hand over the stage to distinguished Toastmaster Saurav. Over to you.
Thank you so much, our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Prapurna. So she's already explained to us what is the role of a general evaluator. I'll skip that part. I'll quickly move on to introducing my TEL team, people who will be looking for specific aspects of the meeting. And one of the things that I really like about the Gabbys is the variety of professionals that we have here. Right? People come from various backgrounds. So a timer today, she's a physics teacher from Kerala, and Toastmaster Ayesha Siddiqua, and Toastmaster Ayesha is actually returning Toastmaster. She was with the Gabbys before, and she's coming back to the Gabbys after a brief hiatus. So welcome back to the Gabbys, and welcome Ayesha to your role today as a timer. Over to you, Ayesha. Please explain your role.
Thank you. I'm the timer for today's meeting. My role is to keep the meeting in track and ensure and consistent timing for all speakers. Timing will be indicated through green, yellow, and red visual cues. For prepared speeches, the allotted time will be 5 to 7 minutes. Green card will be at 6 minutes. Then yellow card will be at 6 minutes, and red card will be at 7 minutes. There will be a 30-second grace period of time for the speech. For evaluator, the allotted speech time will be for 2 to 3 minutes. Green will be for 2 minutes, and yellow will be for 2 minutes 30 seconds, and red will be for 3 minutes. Evaluator also allotted 30 minutes of grace period. The language evaluator and the listener will have 3 minutes to present their reports. Table topic, each speaker will given exactly 1 minute. There will be no grace period for them. Speaker will be muted after 1 minute, and time will not be recorded for this segment. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ayesha. And I missed a couple of important introduction aspects of her in her introduction. So she has been a physics teacher before, but right now, she is a robotics trainer. How cool can it be? And if that's not cool enough, she's also a Zumba trainer. So robotics and Zumba and physics. Aisha, why don't you come on camera? People would want to see the 10th wonder of the world.
You already saw me last meeting.
Yeah, so that is Ayesha Siddiqua for you, our timer for today, and the multi-talented Toastmaster that we have from Kerala. Thank you, Ayesha, for joining us. Okay, we'll move on to the next role taker in my team, in my TEL team, and that is a language evaluator. So this is Toastmaster Chitrangana Singh. She is now Chitrangana is from the corporate world, and she's a corporate champion, passionate traveler, dance enthusiast, and she is now adding mom and impeccable communicator to her resume. Over to you, Chitrangana, to
Good
explain.
evening, Toastmasters. Am I audible? Cool. So today my role is to note down both good as well as bad usage of English language. When I'm called upon during the general evaluation section, I will be presenting a report. Also, I have already posted the word of the day in the chat. The word of the day is spiffing, which means extremely good, splendid, or excellent. To give some examples of usage, what a spiffing idea for the party. We had a spiffing time at the seaside. So, Toastmasters, let's use this word today and have a spiffing time improving our skills. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That was our language evaluator for today, Toastmaster Chitrangana Singh. And then we have the listener. A listener again is someone who was with us before, and then she again took a break, and then she is back, and now she is back as a club officer. She is an image consultant, a personal branding coach, an etiquette expert, and an yoga teacher. So as I said, in Gabbys, you find all kind of talent. And this time we have Toastmaster Ritu George, a listener, taking the stage. Over to you, Ritu, to explain your role, please.
Thank you, General Evaluator, Distinguished Toastmaster Saurav. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. As a listener of the day, I will be paying close attention to what is being said, from speeches to evaluations and everything in between. And at the end of the meeting, I will pose a few brief questions to check how attentively we've all been listening. As Dalai Lama once said, when you speak, you only repeat what you already know. But when you listen, you might learn something new. I'm looking forward to learning. Are you? Back to you, G.
Thank you so much. So that's our TEL team who will ensure that you have a spiffing time in our meeting today. And I also have a couple of speech evaluators who will be and a table topic evaluator. They will be all a part of my evaluation section. When I come back towards the later part of the meeting, when invited by the Toastmaster of the day. For now, handing the stage back to our Toastmaster of the day, our newly elected VPPR Toastmaster Prapurna AVLS. Over to you, Prapurna.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Now let us play a quiz based on the rhetorical devices to improve our understanding on the rhetorical devices. First, I'll say some sentences. You have to identify which rhetorical device is it. First one, busy bees buzzed bravely. Anyone?
Alliteration?
B. Yeah. Who is that?
Zoom master.
Okay. Nice. Okay. Second one. Fear. Absolute fear. Froze me. Fear. Absolute fear. Froze me.
Anaphora.
Eh,
Hyperbole.
no. No.
Ma'am,
It's like diacob. Yes,
personification.
yes.
Personification.
No.
Rule of three.
It is a diacob. Uh, it is the repetition of a word or phrase with one or two intervening words. And I will give one more thing. Decide to decide decisively. Decide to decide decisively. Anyone? Okay. It is polypteron, repetition of the same root word with different endings. So, this you can figure out easily. NASA changed space forever. What is NASA? It is an acronym. And I'll give one more thing. Crash, clang, clatter. I think I'll give the easy ones that they are there in our LE report. Okay. Her smile was as bright as the sun.
Metaphor.
Metaphor.
Simile.
No.
As.
Simile.
Yes.
As.
A comparison using like or as. It is a simile. And isn't it a bit too late now? Isn't it a bit too late now?
Rhetorical.
Rhetorical question. Yes. A question asked for effect with no expected answer. In the above things I have asked, mostly they are about rhythmic devices, means which have some rhythm when you are using them, and some are with repetition and structure in it, and similes for meaning and contrast. One more thing I'll ask for contrast. uh, Less is more. Which rhetorical device is that?
Dichotomy?
No. Anything else?
When you say
Less is
positive,
more.
negative in the same breath, what is it called? Is that what this is?
No, it is a paradox. A statement that seems contradictory but may be true. And one deafening silence. Deafening silence. The one you have asked, Ritu. Bittersweet or deafening silence. Two opposite ideas that are joined to create an effect. Oxymoron.
Oxymoron.
Moron.
That's right.
Oxymoron.
Okay. One more thing I ask. Bank crash. Okay, no, not this. Why does rhetoric matter? Because memory matters. Why does rhetoric matter? Because memory matters. I'm asking a question followed by the answer.
Rhetoric.
No, I'm not asking a question without expecting an answer. I'm asking a question and immediately answering it. Is a hypophora. Okay. So with this, I'll ask you more questions in the quiz regarding these rhetorical devices. The main intention of using these rhetorical devices is to create that impact when you are speaking, to make the words remembered because of the repetition, or to compare the ideas, to create that contrast. With this thought, let us start our prepared speeches section. So we have one prepared speaker today. Uh, for that, okay. Let me introduce the speaker. Our speaker for today's meeting is Toastmaster Mamta Jain. Mamta Jain is giving her speech from Pathway Motivational Strategies Level 2, project number 3. Project name is Introduction to Toastmasters Mentoring, and the project objectives are: purpose is to clearly define how Toastmasters envisions mentoring. Also, the purpose of the speech is for the member to share some aspect of a previous experience as a protege. And regarding the intro of the Toastmaster, Mamta Jain brings with her a unique blend of creativity and logic, being both a visual designer and an engineer. This rare combination shapes her perspective, allowing her to tackle challenges with the imaginative flair and analytical precision. Beyond her professional pursuits, she finds joy in swadhyay, reading religious texts, painting, practicing yoga. She has joined Toastmasters with a clear and inspiring goal to become more confident and impactful speaker. Before I hand over the stage to Toastmaster Mamata, let me call the evaluator for her. Her speech will be evaluated by Toastmaster Sunil Gupta and Toastmaster Renu Kaushal. So, Toastmaster Renu and Sunil, are you present in the room?
Yes,
Yeah.
we are there.
Okay. Okay. Timer, please note the speech duration is 5 to 7 minutes.
Good evening, everyone. When we hear the word mentor, we often imagine someone senior, experienced, and wise, someone who guides us with advice and direction. In my life, mentoring doesn't come from one direction, it comes from three very different people: my father, my daughter, and my Toastmasters mentor. Each teaches me something unique. Together, they shape who I am today. My first mentor is my father. He simply held my hand when I was learning to walk through life. Growing up, my father never gave long lectures. Instead, he taught through moments. When I faced failure, he didn't criticize. He calmly asked, "What did you learn from this?" When I was confused about my choices, he never decided for me. He would say, "Think carefully. The answer will come from within you." I still remember one particular moment. I was upset, convinced that I had made a wrong decision. I expected advice, but he just listened. And in that silence, I found clarity. That day, I realized something powerful. A mentor doesn't always give answers. Sometimes a mentor gives space. He shows me that true strength is quiet, consistent, and supportive. Even today, when I face challenges, I hear his gentle guidance. Do your best, the rest will follow. He gives me my foundation. My second mentor may surprise you. It is my daughter. She mentors me not by teaching, but by encouraging. She constantly nudges me to read books, try something new, step outside my comfort zone. In fact, she didn't just suggest, she practically forced me to join Toastmasters. At times, I wondered, do I really need this at this stage of life? But today, standing here, I know she was right. Through her, I have learned curiosity to keep learning, courage to explore new spaces, and the joy of continuous growth. She reminds me that learning has no age limit. She teaches me that growth doesn't stop, it evolves. From her, I learn every single day. My third mentor is my Toastmasters mentor. She plays a crucial role in shaping my confidence in public speaking. When I started table topics, I often struggled. What should I say? How should I structure my thoughts? She introduced me to a simple yet powerful tool, the PrEP method: point, reason, example, point. Suddenly, speaking became clearer, structured, and less frightening. She helped me prepare table topics with logic and flow. More importantly, she helped me believe, yes, I can speak. Through her guidance, my confidence grew, not just on stage, but within myself. She never tried to change my personality. She helped me to express it with clarity and confidence. What connects these three mentors? None of them impose themselves on me. They support, encourage, and empower me. Mentoring is not about giving instructions, it is about building belief. Sometimes mentors push us gently, sometimes they give us tools, and sometimes they help find our voice. Today, as I stand here speaking with confidence, I realize I don't reach this moment alone. I stand on the support of three mentors, each guiding me at different stages of my life. My father teaches me how to learn. He gives me discipline, clarity, and the confidence to face challenges. My daughter teaches me how to keep growing. She reminds me that learning has no age and courage has no deadline. And my Toastmasters mentor teaches me how to express myself. I gain structure in my thoughts, strength in my voice, and belief in my abilities. Together, they show me that mentoring is not about control, correction, or command. It is about support, encouragement, and trust. Mentoring do not walk the path. Mentors do not walk the path for us. They simply light the way so we can walk forward with confidence. That is the beauty of mentoring. When one person believes in you, you begin to believe in yourself. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mamta, for a wonderful speech on mentoring and with a great title, which I missed in the starting. It is Three Mentors and Three Directions. Such a beautiful title. So let's now proceed to our next section of the meeting. It is round robin table topics. For conducting this session, we are inviting our table topics master for today's meeting, Toastmaster Uttara. Toastmaster Uttara, born and raised in Navi Mumbai, now based in Bangalore. Uttara is a learning and development professional with over 25 years of experience across sales, training, learning strategy, and leadership facilitation. A motorcyclist and proud parent of a black Labrador, Sultan, she enjoys connecting with people, canines alike, loves Bollywood music, and is known for her resilience, honesty, expressiveness, and progressive outlook. So, currently, she leads learning and knowledge for business operations at IBM. With this, over to you, Toastmaster Uttara.
Thank you, Toastmaster Prapurna. And just like it is always with me, today's table topics come with a twist. No, I'm not twisted. I'm pretty straight in my shape. And I love the enthusiasm that we have from Elias and Amrita. A quick disclaimer, the table topics will be given to people who are on camera only. So Amrita, you will need to come on camera. Thank you very much. Now, I said that the table topics segment today is going to be with a twist. And the twist is that it is not a round robin table topic. It is actually now going to be, in this meeting, it is going to be in the form of a debate of sorts. So instead of having 3 people on one table topic, we're going to have 2 people. I'm going to announce the topic. Before I announce the topic, I'm going to pick the speakers. Then I will announce the topic. Speaker 1 will speak for and speaker 2 will speak against. A quick check on time. How much time do we have for this segment so that I can decide on the number of topics being spoken?
30.
We have 30 minutes? Fantastic.
Yes.
I think we'll finish way before that. All right. Thank you so much for all the enthusiasm. Our first speakers are the first 2 hands that went up. That is Elias and Amrita. Can I request the Zoom master to pin both the speakers? Okay. You have 1 minute to share your point of view for and against. The first topic, the last bite law. Should it be illegal for your partner to eat the last bite of your dessert? Toastmaster Elias speaks for and Toastmaster Amrita speaks against. Your time starts now.
Who will start first?
You are first, Elias.
Okay. I love you. And that's why I'm willing to give the last bite of the dessert for you. This is the perfect dessert in the restaurant. And it is limited edition because you are my lovely one. You are my limited edition partner. This dessert deserves the best. It's you. You are the best. Thank you for willing to be with me for these past years, weeks, days, hours, minutes, seconds that we spend together. So yes, here is the cake for you. That.
Over to you, Toastmaster Amrita.
Back in 2015, when I was dating my boyfriend, now he's my husband, that time we went to mall and we ordered pizza. And as a girl, I told him, no, I don't have to eat this because of, diet and all this stuff. But in my mind, I want to eat it. I wanted to eat it. And then he started eating. Such a simple boy. And then I asked him for a bite. He was like, no, why don't you tell me earlier? I can order for you another one. You can't eat this from one. I was like, we will share, na. I don't want to eat a full pizza. He was like, no, not at all. Why don't you tell me earlier? I want to eat my full pizza. And now it's been 10 years together. I realize the expression of love language of him is to like, you have your full bowl, I can have my own full bowl. And that's fine. At the end of the day, it's fine because he wants to have full, but for yours only, not from his. And that is also okay.
All right. So we've had a lot of love oozing out to food not being shared. It was just dessert, not the pizza, though. Thank you so much. Our next topic, for which I will choose Toastmaster Rahul and guest Toastmaster Anand. May I request the Zoom moderator to please pin both of them? Thank you. All right, the next topic. The movie spoiler death penalty. Should spoiling a movie's end be a punishable offense? Your time starts now. Toastmaster Rahul, you speak for, and Toastmaster Anand speaks against.
Oh my God. Again, my friend spoiled my interest in movies. Every time, whenever I go and see which movie I'm gonna see, and he always comes jumping in front of me saying that, Rahul, see, we have this movie and this is the story. You know who is the actor, who is the actress, and what's the catch? Oh my God. And I mean, I am, I cannot express my anger for that friend. But yes, at the end of the day, he is my friend, and I cannot say anything to him. But I will definitely try to do something else. Instead of just going out for the movie, I will try to watch something.
Thank you. Guest Toastmaster Anand, you speak against. Your time starts now.
See the movies. Recently, I bought a 65 inches TV because my spouse was insisting me at night, 10 o'clock when I enter into the home to my hall, a sleeping room. She was kept the 65 inches TV in my bedroom. I felt little bit disheartened. Why you are keeping in the bedroom? Whatever the movie we are watching, the Blu-rays emitted by the TV, when you see, it disturb our circadian rhythm. Normally, morning I hit the ground by 5 o'clock because my spouse is insisting me to watch the movie. I was sleeping. I gained my weight. This is the adverse effect of watching the movie. And one more thing, the recent literature says that if even the electronic items which is stopped, it emits that radiation. If it is the kid at your home that interfere with the brain development. So keeping the TV and watching the movie has got lot of adverse outcome, especially by seeing the movie at night time. And over to you, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Thank you, guest Toastmaster Anand and Toastmaster Rahul. I could see a lot of frustration from Toastmaster Rahul, actually really wanting to go and strangulate his friend for breaking the movie's suspense. And guest Toastmaster Anand was so passionately getting into the science of why even television should not be watched at night. Forget about the end. All right. Thank you so much for that. Now, we don't have a lot of people on camera, and so I'm going to have to be very choosy about who I pick our next table topic speakers. May I request Zoom Master to pin our VP Education Toastmaster Renu Kaushal? And now everyone seems to have gone off camera. And our presiding officer, Samita Kar. All right, two power ladies in the powerhouse. Your topic is something that we all think about all the time, every year at the end and at the start of the year. Your topic, Toastmaster Renu, you will speak for, and Toastmaster Samita, you will speak against. The new year, new me resolution. Is it an inspiring fresh start or a predictable lie we tell ourselves? Your time starts now, Toastmaster Renu.
Definitely, it's an inspiring thing to do, right? Having a new year, a new resolution. Eventually, though, we might break it, but nevertheless, starting a year or with a new resolution, something that you look forward to, becoming more self-aware, what you need to do in the coming year, because somewhere in subconsciously we always are aware what we need to do. We just need to have that kind of a motivation. So I do go by the thing, having resolution, they should definitely be there always on your say the newer list, right? Before after the party, get set for the next 15 days, working on your resolutions, trying to implement them, and no matter if you fail, so they will really work for you sometime. Yeah, that is my take.
Okay, that's quite nice. Your turn, Toastmaster Samita.
New Year? When do we enter into the new year? After partying for 3 days. And then the resolution comes, I will eat sensibly. Seriously? Are you going to stop? Those after parties are still there. I will look after my health and I'll go out for a walk. In this winter morning, who is going to get up and go out for a walk? Nothing is going to happen. I will become more mindful about what? Nothing is happening. Winter season, we will eat, we will party, and we will make resolution on paper. So making resolution on a new year is a myth. Nothing happens. 365 days in a year. Any day, pick up and decide, I want to do this. You can. Why do you need to wait for a new year? This is just a hype created by the coaches and so called gurus who tell you, yes, please go on, make a resolution, follow it. What they don't tell you is no one follows it. It is followed only in the mind for a couple of days, a couple, not more than that. And then you decide.
All right, that was some spiffing spontaneity, both on the positive and the negative of New Year resolutions. I must say, though, that in my experience, I've realized that the gym on the 2nd of January is full of people. And come 15th of January, it goes back to its original state of having less people, more machines to work on. So, well, that's my experience. Thank you so much for that. Now, we move to our next topic, for which I see two people on camera. Actually, three, but I'm going to pick two for now. Listener Toastmaster Ritu George and our very own General Evaluator Sourav Dutta. Okay. Toastmaster Ritu, you speak for, and General Evaluator Sourav, you speak against. Your topic is the unsolicited advice ban. When a friend vents out to you, should you give them a solution or just nod and say, that's so hard? Your time
I'm
starts now.
speaking for,
You're
right?
speaking for.
I totally know how to solve this. I have a very good answer for her problem right now. Should I tell her? Should I give her my advice? I think I should. That's what a good friend does, isn't it? She's in trouble. She's looking miserable. I must tell her. No, but the book says listen. Listening is best. Ask prompting questions because that'll make her think. Because she knows the answer, no? No. She doesn't know. She's looking miserable. She's going on crying. Here, tissue. Glass of water. Please take a sip. Why can't you give her an answer? She'll figure out, move on with her life. That's what the right thing is to do. Don't think so much. Unsolicited advice is acceptable in this world. Everybody gives it. You don't ask, they'll still tell you. You should start early morning walks. Very good for you. Oh, you're stressful? Yoga will work. Meditation, even.
Right. Thank you so much. Your time starts now, G. Sourav Dutta.
Unsolicited advice, no one solicits for an approval before giving it, right? So there's no point in asking whether unsolicited advice should be solicited. But the problem here is not about solicitation. It is about my phone hanging. That is the biggest problem right now, because unsolicited advice does not only come in text, it also comes as images. So every morning I get motivational messages from thousands of people who want to motivate and already motivated me with a lot of good posters and pictures and images. And my phone says, give me a break. This is the fourth phone that I'm changing in the last 4 years. So, to all those people who want to motivate me every single morning, please, I'm motivated enough. I don't need any further motivation. Anything more, you will find another person who wants to capture Greenland and Norway and whatnot. Thank you.
Spiffy, spiffy, spiffy. That's all I have for the both of you. But what amazing passion there. Thank you so much. I now see one person on camera. Is there anyone else who'd like to take a jab at this? Come on. Bindu, Toastmaster Bindu, you're not on camera. I'd love to have you as my table topic speaker. We have language evaluator Toastmaster Chitrangana, who's purposely kept her camera on so that I pick on her. So can I request Zoom Master to unspotlight TM Ritu George and General Evaluator Saurav and spotlight Chitrangana? Who else would like to join Chitrangana? Anyone? Oh, come on. Get those cameras on. Okay, I'm going to pick someone who is on camera but may just be a repetition. Do you want to be pitted against?
You can go with someone without camera also.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's get Evaluator 1, Toastmaster Sunil Gupta. Are you there? Oh, he's on camera too. Fantastic. Okay. Toastmaster Chitrangana, you will speak for, and Toastmaster Sunil, you will speak against. And your topic is the borrowed but never returned item. If a friend borrows a book or a hoodie and doesn't return it for a month, is it theirs now or should you demand it back? You speak for, Chitrangana? Your time starts now.
If a friend borrows a book or a piece of cloth, first of all, when friends borrow something from you, I really love the kind of authority they show, as if the object is literally theirs. In my college, my friend, all the time my earphones were not with me but with her. Whenever I wanted to listen to some music, I used to go to her and request, dear, can I please borrow back my earphones from you for some time? I'm really craving some good music. But you know what? That is something which has nurtured our friendship. The joint authority over any stuff that we own individually. That has made our bond strongest till this date. Years and years have passed by, but we still cherish how we used to take each other's stuff. And you know what? Some of our books are still with me, and some of my piece of clothing are still with her.
Okay, over to you.
If someone borrows things from us, how can it be theirs? It is just like that I have a book, but I don't have a book. I have money, but I don't have a money. And it happens in real life. I have given money to lot of friends and relatives, but I didn't get back. They think that the money I gave them, it's theirs. And now I have my empty pocket. So I think what this is going, I cannot ask them to return money, because if I ask them, then no friendship, no relationship. I'm alone in the in on this planet. So think about it. What you borrow, it is a kind of debt you have to return, and I don't agree with this.
Okay, so that was some spiffing generosity to some real helplessness. on being very generous and saying, keep it, it's yours, to someone saying that, what will I do if I only don't have my own things? Oh, so thank you so much for that. Those were some great views. We will now pick our last two speakers for the last topic on table topics. I will like to call upon Bindu Joseph, Toastmaster Bindu Joseph, and who else? Arijit Sil. Are you there, both of you?
Yes, Uttara, I'm here.
Okay, fantastic. Shravan, I will take you for the next. If we have time, I will take you for the next topic. But we have Arijit Sil. Are you there?
Hi, I'm there.
Fantastic. All right. So Toastmaster Bindu, you speak for, and Toastmaster Arijit, you speak against. Your topic: the song "Skipper" in the car. Does the driver have absolute DJ rights, or can the passenger reload the playlist whenever they want?
Uttara, that totally went above my head. Am I for? Am I against?
You're for. You're for.
Ah, so the driver has a right to decide the song. Well, that depends upon the driver, doesn't it? You have all sorts of driver. Suppose it is some driver with a romantic mindset, and the passenger, I have next to me some handsome hunk. Well, nothing wrong in him deciding the songs. But on the other side, if it is a reverse and it's someone who I want to absolutely avoid, I don't think I'd appreciate that at all. So, questions like this have no absolute. They're all related. You change your voice according to the scenario. But personally speaking, I don't want the driver to have a hold of it. I want to know, I want to have a choice of what songs that I choose. Am I not the best decider of the mood that you need to set with your co-passenger, or rather my passenger? I think so. Let's see if my fellow speaker has another view of that. Back to you, Uttara.
All right, thank you, Toastmaster Bindu. Over to you, Toastmaster Arijit. You speak against.
Yeah, I'm the driver, and I should be there to serve the people who are on the board, on the car, or on the bus where I am driving. So how can they will accept my view, what I want to listen? Because I am there for as a serve them. So of course the music should run, but who are the passenger? They should what they want to, how they want to enjoy. If I will impose my thought process upon them, so of course they will not enjoy. I should be under my limit because I am the driver. So I cannot supersede who are there, for whom I am there to take them to the destinations. They may listen to classical song, they may listen to jazz, whatever they like. But I have to accept. I can listen any.
So from camaraderie in the car to saying that, hey, no, I want to listen to what I want to listen to. Those were some great views, and these were our table topics. Toastmaster Shravan Kumar, I'm sorry we don't have the time for another topic, but we will definitely look forward to hearing you in the next.
You can take up a last one.
Okay, in that case, all right. So, while I pull up the last one, is there someone who'd like to volunteer for the last set of?
Shravan Kumar had already volunteered.
Yes, Shravan Kumar has already volunteered. Is there someone else who'd like to join him? Or should I just pick Rashmi Kumari? Would you like to participate? All right, I don't hear her say anything. Raj Bharat, are you there? All right, can we have a rerun of one of the earlier speakers then?
Yeah, you can go for that.
Toastmaster Ritu George, would you like to join this one?
Okay, I'll give it a shot.
All right, fantastic. Can I confirm if Shravan Kumar is also available for this segment?
Yes, I am.
Super, lovely. All right. So Shravan Kumar, you speak for, and Toastmaster Ritu, you speak against. The 9-minute snooze war. Is it okay to snooze the alarm, or should you just wake up when the alarm rings?
Who is against? Who is against? Who is for?
You speak for. You speak for, Shravan.
Yeah, it is very important when we have planned, we have to, we should not snooze it. We have to move ahead. We wake up and then we should take our action and then move ahead. That is how uh, we execute our plan. So that is very, very important. We should not snooze. We have to wake up and then get ready.
Okay, you actually just spoke against, but that's all right. So you have to take the opposite stand then, Toastmaster Ritu. Go ahead.
So the biggest bone of contention between me and my husband is that damn morning alarm. He likes to snooze it every 5 minutes. And I am the one who just springs up and says, oh, 6:30 a.m. Yes, time to get up. Thank you, universe. Thank you for this beautiful life. He's like, 5 more minutes, baby. 5 minutes? Can we? I'm like, no. I'm up now. What will I do lying in bed for 5 minutes? If you feel like doing it, you do it. So it's a very personal choice, I think. For me, I think if it works for you, put it for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 9 minutes, whatever floats your boat. It's your alarm, your life, your sleep, your morning. You want to set it in motion? Up to you. I got my bearings on my getting up routine and I ain't snoozing. That's my life, and that's how I like a kickstart to my day. Thank you.
It's a laziness. It's a symptom of laziness if we are snoozing. So
Okay, we are ending the debate right here. But I must tell you, your life, your sleep, you do what you want. I don't care. But I have to share this about myself, that I have 3 alarms for the morning. All 3 of them go and snooze 3 times at least. And then I only wake up when my maid calls and says, Didi, 7:30 baj gaya. And I must say that morning 10-minute extra sleep is one of the best sleeps you get. So thank you so much for the both to the both of you, and that is a wrap to the table topic segment. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed this. Zoom
Thank you,
master.
Toastmaster Uttar.
All of us right now.
Thank you, Toastmaster Uttara, for an exciting table topic session and very creative. With someone has to speak against and someone has to speak for to the topic given. That's a brilliant way of conducting table topics. Now let us start our evaluation section. And for conducting this section, let us invite our general evaluator. Over to you, distinguished Toastmaster Sourav Dutta.
Don't we have a break? 5 minutes?
No break today.
No break today.
Mhm.
Okay. So let me start with the evaluation section. In that case, the evaluation, we have got 2 evaluators for 1 speaker. And the first evaluator for our speaker today was Mamta Jain. And she will be evaluated first by Toastmaster Sunil Gupta. Sunil is he's very enthusiastic about learning new things to evolve himself. He's an ardent passion for playing cricket. And he has joined Toastmaster to develop speaking in English and communication skills. So over to you, Sunil, to present the evaluation of Toastmaster Mamta Jain.
Thank you, General Evaluator. distinguished Toastmasters, fellow Toastmasters, dear guests, and Toastmaster Mamta Jain. Mamta, you were not a speaker, but a mentor for those 6 to 7 minutes, mentoring us. Really, what a wonderful and spiffing motivational speech. Three things I loved about your speech in terms of content. Relatable story, father and daughter. These relatable stories with relatable characters, always helpful to inspire and connect with the audience. Second, emotional touch. When you said your father held your hand and didn't criticize, your daughter nudged you read the books. She forced you to join the Toastmasters. Such emotional touch always enhances your credibility, your trust. And third is summary. You didn't leave your characters, your story, which you took in your body part. You cut to the chase with main points. Father, how to learn. Daughter, how to keep growing. Mentor, how to express myself. So, such conclusion always cements the core message in the audience memory. Let's see how we can elevate your speech, how what we can do to take the speech on a higher level. Opening. Opening was not up to the mark. You said that if we have to learn something, we need advice, guidance. So such openings sometimes, you know, causes the audience to disengage, sets a negative tone. Instead, you could ask a question like, do you agree if we want to learn something, we need advice or suggestions, mentor? Second, unclear specific incidents. You talked about your father and you when you were upset. So for what you were upset, why you were upset, and what advice your father gave you, which which take you back, take you out from that upsetness. So there should be a clarity. If stories are unclear, such things make causes audience confused, frustrated. Put it all together, I can say that it was really a wonderful motivational speech with relatable characters, a wonderful summary with emotional touch. If you presented an attractive opening and specific incidents, the speech would have gone on another level. I look forward to listen to your next powerful speech with these recommendations. Thank you. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sunil Gupta. May I now request the second evaluator to present the evaluation for the first speaker. At the Gabbys, we have got two evaluation at the GOAT. We have got two evaluators for every speaker. The second evaluator is Toastmaster Renu Kaushal, our VPE, and she's a certified soft skills trainer and a POSH trainer and an aspiring image consultant. Over to you, Toastmaster Renu, for presenting your evaluation for Toastmaster Mamta Jain.
Thank you, General Evaluator. My target speaker, Toastmaster Mamta. Before I begin, I would like to acknowledge this particular project, Introduction to Toastmaster Mentoring, is one of my favorites after the Pathbreaker speech, right? This is one speech I really look forward to listening to. So, because it's like with your speech today, I was on a trip, I was just not able to help myself, couldn't help myself, getting feeling of a nostalgia was there, right? So now about your speech, what I see you as that now with time, as I've seen you over the your journey in Toastmasters, I see you have become very confident as a speaker. I see you experimenting with hand gestures, right? They've become more, say, intentional now. So rather than being forced, they are more intentional. So kudos to that. And further, what stood out for in your speech today for me was this use of simple words. The simple words like something like struggling, less frightening, and maybe encouraging. These are very simple words, and they all are especially feeling based. So we can all relate to it. So that really established that instant connect with your audience. Some phrases that really stayed back with me from your speech, something like the learning has no age limit, or maybe the courage has no deadline. These kind of phrases, powerful phrases, they really leave an impact on the listeners. Now, I have some recommendations beyond these. Your speech throughout had three key moments where you shared some key learnings that were transferred to you from your mentors, right? So, but the pace of your speech all throughout, it remained unchanged. We were not able to experience the transition that was happening, right? From your first mentor, your father, when we moved towards your second mentor, your daughters, the transition wasn't very smooth. So what I would recommend to you is, or maybe challenge you, maybe you can use certain short pauses, right? Certain short pauses, and you may treat them like your emotional punctuation marks, right? What it will do is, it will help the audience to absorb the message that you are giving at the end of the particular key point, right? The other thing that you can do to improve this is maybe slowing down your energy a little bit when your key message is being given, when the insights are being shared, or maybe picking up energy when something exciting comes up, like something I could see your face brighten up when you were talking about your daughter, right? It was really lit up. So I would like to see more of that. So in total, I really loved your speech, and I would say your delivery reflected lots of gratitude, self awareness, lots of growth happening at your end. And with more intentional pauses, I think you will be able to have a better speech. Thank you for sharing your journey. Back to you, Journal Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Renu. Can we keep Renu on spotlight and evaluators are there? Yeah. Okay. So, first of all, a very good speech, Mamta, that you delivered today. Why do I say that? I'm just not making the statement generally. One, you had three different mentors. So generally, when we listen to this particular speech, what we see is that the speaker talks about only one mentorship experience. You gave us three, so that was beautiful. The second is they had three different flavors, right? So one of it was a reverse mentoring, your daughter, for instance. Now, reverse mentoring is something that we often don't consider as mentoring, but I think it's one of the most powerful ways of mentoring. As we grow old, I think that is much more effective than probably, people older than us telling us that, we are wiser than you and we have lived a good life, so just learn from us. So learning from your daughter is probably one of the best ways of learning fast and learning good and learning things which are more relevant in today's world. So I think that's a great lesson for all the parents sitting here, including myself. Love that aspect of it. Uh, I agree with some of the points that the evaluators mentioned, including Renu's point about the pace. I think that is something that I'm consistently observing for you. I'll be a little direct in this. Okay, don't take it otherwise, because I think it's important because you have a passion for speaking. One of the most important things about you is that you show up. I think this is some fifth or sixth time that I'm listening to you giving a speech. I think that itself deserves a big applause, a strong appreciation, because you show up and you are constantly taking the stage to become a better version of yourself. You keep doing that. Now, I'll be a little direct on one thing now. You are giving a speech as a news reader when you're not altering the speech, right? It is like you're reading from a teleprompter, which you are not. But the impression that you're giving to me is you're reading from a teleprompter. The same flat tone, the same flat speech for the entire 5 to 7 minutes. That's exactly what Renu was talking about. And I think it is time that you take this very seriously, because you have the potential to be a great speaker, Mamta. You have great stories. If I go beyond your pace and listen to your speech, you have great stories. You have great content. So that's really good. So I like that recommendation. And Renu, one other good thing about your evaluation is that you had a good amount of commendation as well. You get, and you started with a connection, saying that I love this particular project. That always helps the speaker. Sunil, in your evaluation, you had quite a few recommendations. I think it would be great if you also have more commendations in your evaluation. If you go back and check the recording, your commendations ended maybe around 30 seconds. So 30 seconds, 45 seconds, right? So I think it should at least go up till 1 minute to ensure that the speaker feels that, yes, I've done something substantial also. Because if you just give a speech and then all that you get is, okay, you do this also, you do this also, do this also, then the speaker gets a little disheartened. Okay, did I do anything right? So give that, kind of a space. So that's my recommendation for both the evaluators. Thank you so much, the evaluators, for your evaluation of the speaker today. Thank you, the speaker, for your speech today. Can we have a big round of applause for all of them? Okay. Now, before I call in my tell team, I would want to evaluate the meeting so that we don't have a long monologue again at the end. So there are two. So the essay started on time. The installation ceremony went well. Nancy's not there here, but I think she's doing this installation ceremony after a long time, because she's not a district officer anymore. The district officer unfortunately wasn't available, so we had to ask her to do this, and rightfully deserving, because she is the charter president of the first Gabbys club. So I think it was a good gesture. So thank you, Samita, for giving her that opportunity to do the installation. I know there was a bit of a fumbling that Nancy did at the end, and I think that's something that was avoidable. I would expect someone with her kind of experience, I would definitely expect that to be absolutely spotless. But I know that maybe, a tiring day at work and all that put together, and then doing it after a long time. So still, as an installation officer, I think I will always expect that preparation to be there. Coming to the officers, I think all of them decked up properly, and they look like they are coming in for something serious. It is important, because if you don't take your role seriously, then why will others take you seriously, right? So I think that is very important that you do that, and you did that very well. Thank you, all the officers, for doing it. Now, coming to the Toastmaster, okay, the presiding officer's address, Samita. I think everything was good. Just one thing, if you would want to add, talk about how your last term went in terms of some of the facts. I think you are dazzling on the DCP board, right? You have got all the 9 DCP points. You did not mention that. You did? You did not, right? So that's a huge achievement. That in the first 6 months you have got all the distinguished club points. So Samita has done all the work, so that Samita does not have to do much of the work now. So that is something that you forgot mentioning, right? So you should have mentioned that. So I think some of the you have other achievements also. You had a district level finalist and a district level podium finish by your club member, Smriti Sagarika Mohanty. You should have called that out. These are spectacular achievements of term one. I mean, this is not a place to be modest. This is not the moment to be modest. Okay. So as they say, it's not bragging if it's true. Okay. So thank you, Samita, and for taking up the role again. Now moving on to the TMOD. Very few clubs I know in this country or in this world who even cover rhetorical devices as a part of the grammarian's report. You took it a notch above. Gabbys does from the very beginning. And I strongly believe that our performance at the contest are so good because of our focus on the grammarian report. But if that was the benchmark, you took it a notch above, Prapurna, where you had an entire meeting talking about rhetorical device. When I saw the theme yesterday, I couldn't really believe that you actually have taken up the challenge and how well you lived up to it. Very well done. Now, since you did that, so I will tell you a couple of specific examples where I think I would want you to pay a little attention. Like you keep this one, right? That fear, absolute fear froze me, right? What is the rhetorical device? What is this rhetorical device? What was the first one that you said?
Mm, with the two or one or two intervening words in between,
Mm-hmm.
it is.
See, okay, I'll spare
It
that.
is the same diacope.
It is actually epizeuxis. So they see the problem with rhetorical devices, some of them is that it is not one rhetorical device. It is not necessarily that it is one rhetorical device. It is something, someone said something and you said, no, it's not that. Like, for example, you had another one, clash, clang, clatter, right? So you said it is onomatopoeia, which is correct. But isn't it also an alliteration? Correct? So you have to remember that rhetorical devices are not one or the other. One phrase can have a multiple rhetorical devices. So keep that in mind, particularly when you are doing a session which is so heavy in terms of content, you have to yourself be very well prepared. The other thing is that if someone is making a mistake, like someone said hyperbole, I'm tired of connecting people on this one. It is not hyperbole. It is hyperbole. Okay. So don't pronounce it as hyperbole. It is hyperbole. And hyperbole is one of the top 10 mispronounced words in the English dictionary. So when you're doing a session like this, ensure that you have full control in terms of knowledge, but don't stop doing it. This is a safe space. The moment you do, you'll have a pressure on yourself to do it again in a better way. I want you to do this session more often. Maybe a session only on rule of three, right? Where during the session you give examples of how rule of three is used in every phase of life, right? How you make three posts, why we have got three signals, red, yellow, green. We can have four also. Blue, red, yellow, green. Why do we have red, yellow, green? Have you seen that? When the timer card, red, yellow, green, why? So you should talk about the rule of three maybe in one meeting. So think of those kind of innovative ways of taking it forward. Very good job, Arpan. I'm really happy with the way you drove the session today. Now coming to the TTM. So yesterday, Uttara came up with this idea. So the credit is all hers to have this debate. So I will not steal the thunder. I just add one bit saying that, can we have just two speakers and for and against? Very well executed, Uttara. The topics were very well done.
Thank
Hmm?
you.
Everything was nice. How many of you think this is a better format than the round robin? Okay, so we are going to stick with this then going forward. I think that's a request to our VPE to make note of this. The audience demands that we stick to this. Okay, Uttara, very important. One mistake you made, it's a big mistake and it's a very common mistake in debates. You said, should spoiling a movie ending be a punishable offense? Right? I'm just giving an example. How can I agree or disagree with this? Because you did not make a statement. You asked me a question. I can answer a question. I can disagree a statement. If you look at it, any debate, the topic is given as a statement. So the way the statement should be, spoiling a movie ending should be a punishable offense.
Got it.
Full stop. Now, Saurav, you agree with it. Samita, you disagree with it. That's why you see Shravan spoke against the topic when he was supposed to speak for the topic. In another case, I think Bindu also had a similar kind of a confusion. Even between me and Ritu, we also had a similar kind of confusion because we were not sure ki, what do you mean by speaking for, what do you mean by speaking against. So everyone here, though I was actually happy when you made this mistake because I wanted this opportunity to kind of give everyone this awareness. When you are giving a debate topic, never give it as a question. Give it as a sentence, as a statement, because you can only agree or disagree with statements. You can answer a question, you cannot disagree with a question. Okay, so and if we want to make it more challenging going forward, what we can also do is maybe add a third speaker who will neither agree nor disagree,
Okay.
and then maybe a fourth speaker who will agree and disagree.
Okay.
Okay, so there are many ways you can bring in more variety to this, but to start off, 1 for 1 against, great start. Just ensure it's a statement. Thank you so much, Uttara, for experimenting with this. We are going to replicate this. And with this, I will now invite our timer, Toastmaster Ayesha Siddiqua, to present the timer's report for today. Ayesha, over to you. Okay, yeah, Ayesha.
Okay. I'm happy to report that all the participants adhered to timing guidelines. Hence, there is no disqualification for today's meeting. All are on limit, be on time.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Aisha. Thank you for taking up this role. And if you would have noticed one thing, Aisha was showing the timing cards to every role taker, including me, the general evaluator. This is a good practice, and we will continue to have this practice so that we end our meetings on time. Generally, the G, the TMOD, the TTMs are the culprit for hijacking the meeting and taking it over time. So she's ensuring we don't do that. Thank you, Aisha. Good job. We'll move on to the next role taker on my team, which is our language evaluator. One of my very favorite speakers, Toastmaster Chitrangana Singh. Over to you, Chitrangana.
Thank you, General Evaluator. I want to share a report. However, I see host disabled attendee screen sharing. How am I supposed to share? Can someone please help?
Now you can do it. Now.
All right. I'll try again. Cool. Is an Excel sheet visible?
Yes.
I'll zoom in a bit. All right. I've started noticing use of language TMOD onwards. In column C, you will see any filler words, repetitions, anything which pauses a good usage. And number of times which I could experience that in an individual's speech is what I have noted down here. Crutch words also I have noted down here. Usage misses as well as any noteworthy usages, any good phrases or any sentences which I really liked. So for Toastmaster of the day, there were a couple of crutch words and filler words used. There were a couple of usage misses like the courage, which devices it is, this rhetorical devices, etc. For the prepared speech, I could not identify any rhetorical devices, possibly due to certain monotone. For the table topics master, I want to call out there were 0 filler words. I believe there is a lot I can learn from her. For table topics, if any of the speakers do not see anything mentioned, I apologize. Perhaps my mind wandered. I do have a lot of improvement in my listening skills. Amrita, there were 2 filler words and crutch words like and which I identified. Rahul's speech had one repetition of filler word and then a crutch word, I mean. Renu Kaushal had 1 filler word. Samita Kar had 0 filler words. Again, a call out to Samita Kar. Ritu George again had noteworthy good usages like bone of contention, whatever floats your boat. These were good phrases that I could hear. Sourav Dutta mentioned motivate already motivated me. I had 3 filler words in my own table topics when I did the attempt. Again, same goes for Toastmaster Bindu, Joseph, guest Arijit, and Shravan. For speech evaluations, Sunil Gupta and Renu Kaushal had filler words. There were crutch words also, and a couple of usage misses, which I have mentioned in the report. I think this is how I will conclude. I will share this report as well for everybody's reference. You can note down and let's try to improve on the points mentioned from next speeches onwards. Thank you.
Definitely, Chitrangana. Thank you so much for sharing the language evaluation report. It's not easy because we are combining 2 roles here, grammarian and our counter, so needs impeccable listening skills to play this role. And I think you're doing a good job, Chitrangana. So please continue to take this role in the future as well. We'll move on to the last member of my TEL team, which is a listener. And a listener today is Toastmaster Ritu George. Over to you, Ritu, for testing our listening skills.
Thank you. I hope I did well because I don't have a report to show. However, I have been listening and I'd like to invite Uttara. Uttara, you quizzed us on many things. I wanted to ask you, who do you think was the chartered member of the first Gabbys Toastmasters Club?
Was it Nancy Goel?
That's correct. You can say it with more confidence because
That
you
was
are
Nancy
right.
Goel.
Distinguished Toastmaster Nancy Goel was the first president of the Gabbys Club, which was chartered in 2020. Okay, this is for the rest of the members. Which officer helps you to plan your individual goals for your Toastmaster journey? Which
VP
officer will you reach out to? Except, sorry, who is this?
Prapurna, VP Education.
VP Education. Somebody like who's not on the committee, if XCOM would say it, would be really nice because this is something we need to, educate everybody on. Okay, this was fill in the blanks. This was mentioned by presiding officer Samita Kar during her speech. Great speakers don't speak more. They speak with dash. Fill in the blanks. Any thoughts? Great speakers don't speak more. They speak with
Inform, inspire, and impactful.
very close alliteration, good usage of alliteration. The last I you miss is intention. They speak
Sorry.
with intention.
Yeah.
But good attempt there. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
Okay. Who coined the term rhetoric? The term rhetoric was coined by whom? Toastmaster of the day had mentioned in her initial script. It was coined by, may I invite Bhishma Pitama of our club to enlighten us with this answer if he does.
Sorry, come again.
Who coined the term rhetoric devices or rhetoric? The term rhetoric.
I think it was Aristotle.
Plato, but ancient Greek philosopher Plato. Okay. Deafening silence. Which rhetoric device would you say this is? Anybody? Deafening silence.
Oxymoron.
Yes. What was the table topic technique taught to speaker number 1, Toastmaster Mamta, by her mentor?
Prep.
Can you elaborate?
Preparation.
Point, reason, example, point.
Sir, the only one forward. Unless it's not, it's unrelated to Toastmasters. Yes. Anybody else would like to attempt? Prep. Can you elaborate for me, please? Just give it a shot. You're excellent table topic speakers. Evaluator Sunil, why don't you give it a shot?
Yeah, actually, Saurav already mentioned now. So we have
Why
to
don't you
repeat
sum
that.
it up for me very quickly?
Okay, point. Okay, your what you say message, point, reason for that, and an anecdote or example.
Okay.
Then again, point summary.
That's great. Thank you. Thank you. How big was the TV of the table topic speaker guest to Anand?
65 inches.
Okay, that's correct. It's a very minute detail, but I just was wondering if everybody's looking. What 3 points did Evaluator 1 Sunil, love about the story, which was narrated by our speaker 1, Mamta, the only speaker today? There were 3 points he mentioned, very beautiful points. Can anybody remember, recall? Any thoughts? Any one point?
Team mentors, 3 different mentors that she
Yes.
spoke about.
She spoke about 3 different mentors, but he mentioned that they were relatable characters. She brought in emotions, and the summary was really good. So these 3 points, he said it in succession. And yeah, so these, and he summarized also with that. Okay, the last question, and then I'm going to sign off. What was the term evaluator used to give advice to the speaker? Evaluator 2 mentioned a very beautiful term, how the speaker can transition from one story to the other, and that would
Pause.
Yes, she said something very beautiful. Pause, and it was a punctuation mark. She said it would act as an emotional punctuation mark. I thought that was a very beautiful thing she said, and everybody can learn who narrates stories. And yeah, that is it from me. That was my report. Or you, General Evaluator. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ritu George. So, coming to the evaluation of the TEL team, I think I've already mentioned about the timer and the language evaluator. I want to add, Ritu, a couple of feedback and for everyone taking the listener role. Number one, don't ask questions which can be answered even without listening. For example, the deafening silence is what kind of rhetorical device? If someone knows it, they know it, right? So it's like asking that when did India become independent? Even if I'm not attending the meeting, I can still say it is 15th August 1947. So similarly, deafening silence is an oxymoron. Many people know if they don't need to attend the meeting for that. So don't ask those questions because that does not test the listening skill. Second, don't ask questions which are very descriptive in nature. The answers, like for example, what are the 3 points that Sunil mentioned? It is like asking to evaluate again Sunil's evaluation. Ask very specific. Good question was that what is the dimension of the TV that Regoya Stanans talked about? 65-inch. You can never answer that question from general knowledge, and it's a very specific question. Another thing to avoid is that don't ask questions where the answer is relative. Like for example, what is the beautiful phrase that Renu used? You found it beautiful. I may have found some other phrase beautiful. I may have found it ugly. How do you know? So better is to ask questions which are not can be answered based on feelings, but only based on facts, and it should be specific, right? So these are the things that as a language evaluator keep in mind as a listener. And with this, I would hand over the stage back to our Toastmaster of the day for closing the meeting. Renu, invite in the meanwhile, please launch the polls.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Saurav. Now, we have approached to the end of the meeting, so let me close the today's theme, rhetoric reloaded. In this world full of information, attention is rare and impact is earned. So we are speaking more than ever, but the impact we are creating, we are remembered less than ever. So how can we improve this? With the use of rhetorical devices? Compare these two ideas. Suppose if I say leadership matters, it sounded plain, but how can you make it powerful, impactful? So how about saying like this: leadership lights up the path? It is a metaphor. It sounded unique, right? People will remember that. And the talk was good. The talk left a mark. We must change. It's a statement, which is plain in nature. How about making it impactful? If not now, when? It's a rhetorical question. Isn't it impactful? So, for many of the things that we speak as a normal statements, plain in nature, you can use these rhetorical devices to amplify that. Suppose to exaggerate the emotion, you can use hyperbole. I waited forever. To humanize the ideas, personification, fear, whisper, doubts. To compare things, to show contrast, you can use antithesis, not fear, but faith. To build that intensity, you can use climax. She tried, she trained, and she triumphed. So, with these rhetorical devices, we remain relevant because they do contain the raw information and all but we make that message memorable. We simplify the complex idea, and we also move audience attention and make the emotions stirred. So, with this keeping in mind, we are use intentionally the rhetorical devices, because when you use them intentionally, the ideas will endure and your message will land properly. With this, I'll be handing over the stage to our presiding officer, Toastmaster Samita Kar. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster Samita.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day. Let us hear it for our Toastmaster of the Day for picking up a topic which is not so easy but very important for us to learn. Thank you for enlightening us on this very grammatical something which we Toastmasters use, but again, we need to learn more about it, and she has exactly done that today. So, what did I learn from this meeting today? Is that if I am ever late, no, I got held up in a traffic jam or something, I will come up and say, I was not late. I was participating in an unexpected road based patience training program. How about that? I sat and thought that this will be a good answer to give why I was late. In every Toastmasters meeting, we try something new. We have lots of roles to take. Why? Because we have 2 meetings per week and the next meeting is on Saturday. So, those who want a role, please go. Talk with VP Education, distinguished Toastmaster Dancing Well, and take up the roles. For Toastmaster, this journey is so good because you can go, you don't have to wait for anyone. You can go and you can just say that I want the following roles, and the VP Education will agree and they will accommodate you. Okay. And what are we waiting for? We are waiting for the results, of course. At the end of the meeting, we wait for the results. The best TT speaker. Now we have 2 pairs. We give it in pairs. So we have 2 pairs. That is, one is Ilyos and Amruta, the first pair, and then the second is Ritu and Saurav. So let's hear it for them. Our table topic speaker. Best auxiliary role taker is Toastmaster Ritu. Toastmaster Ritu did a wonderful role for asking us those questions and making us rack our brains, because were we listening carefully or not? You caught us there. The main role taker. No, before that, the best evaluator. Best evaluator is Toastmaster Renu Kaushal, our VP Education. And the best role taker, none other than someone who has tried something new and got hooked on. That is our table topic master, Toastmaster Uttara Sharma. With that, meeting number 30 comes to an end. I declare it closed. Thank you, good night, and see you on Saturday with another fresh meeting of Gabbys.
Thank you, everyone. Have a lovely